What's going on, guys? Cody Marchand here from HydeAndZeke.com. Putting out daily content on YouTube, on our blog. Always helping you guys out with daily fantasy, season-long fantasy. We get into some NBA. We mostly stick to NFL, but we do it all for you guys. And today, what I want to do is do a quick recap of our lineup on DraftKings this week. It was another good week for us. We won 12 out of our 15 matchups. We put up some good points, and we just used the wrong lineup in tournaments. We should have just stuck with our cash lineup and thrown it in there, but we broke even on tournaments, and we killed it on cash. So that's basically what I'm here to do. I'm going to go side by side with my weekly article, like always, right here from HydeAndZeke. We're going to talk about the people I talked about, how they did, how we did. Guys, we did pretty good, We didn't use the right people. Like, I wish I used some David Johnson on my actual lineup. I wish I went down to Marcus Mariota, even from Andrew Luck, which Andrew Luck was fine. Wish I used Nick Chubb. Like, we did well, but I just wish that we switched up a bit, instead of using the main guys. But, we still put up 183 points, guys, which is a great week on DraftKings. And it's mainly because of being one of the only people that was high on Eric Ebron, which I was super confused about, guys. This guy leads the NFL in touchdown receptions. I'm pretty sure not even just as a tight end. I'm pretty sure he has 9 receiving touchdowns, which I know leads tight ends. But I know that Antonio, Devontae Adams, they both have 9 receiving touchdowns. I don't know who I'm missing, but I don't think it's anybody. I don't know what Tyreek Hill has. I think it's 8. Maybe he got his 9th touchdown, but I think one of them was a rush, so I think he only has 8 receiving touchdowns. So I think Eric Ebron leads the league in receiving touchdowns, and he was 3,500. And, I understand, like I said in the video, guys, I understand, the Jack Doyle, being afraid of Jack Doyle, being afraid of Jacksonville. 3,500, guys. League leader in touchdowns. He's a tight end. All he needs to do is fall in the end zone, and he already breaks value. You know what I mean? And he got 3 touchdowns. So that was a smash spot there. My other favorite play of the week, like I said in the videos, guys, was Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram was a beast. 104 rushing yards, got in the end zone, 58 receiving yards, got that 100-yard bonus. That's really what put us over the top. The main thing that we changed as the week went on was originally I had the Jets defense in because, we were playing Nathan Peterman. But when I heard that Nathan Peterman was benched for Matt Barkley, I actually spent up at defense to get to the Bears. And because of that, I had to switch my receivers to include both of the cheap guys between Maurice Harris and Adam Humphries because I was just so high on Tyreek Hill this week. I wanted to get Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt because I thought that they were both in smash spots. But like what happened, if I knew that one of them was going to have a 30-plus point game at the least, and if I had both of them combining for, say, 50 points, it's not that big of a deal. I just didn't want to have just Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill go off, or just Tyreek Hill and have Kareem Hunt go off. So I got both of the Chiefs in there with Melvin Gordon for my, 3 expensive players this week. And Kareem Hunt was interesting because he was in a great spot. He just didn't put up the points he was supposed to. He was a little bit chalky, but at 8,500, the way he's been playing, he's been the best running back in football for the last 4 weeks. He's one of my favorite players in the league. And I thought against Arizona, who really struggles to stop the run, I just needed Kareem Hunt in the lineup. And, guys, it doesn't always work out. As long as you make the right decisions, you have a clear process, that's all that really matters. Maurice Harris, that's kind of the same thing with him and Adam Humphries. They were both getting the work. They were both getting targets. Adam Humphries averaged 8.5 targets over the last 3 weeks. And they both had good spots. Adam Humphries had a great slot matchup versus Washington, who's struggled. They've actually given up the 10th most yards to slot receivers over the last 3 weeks. Maurice Harris, on the other side of things, is going up against Tampa Bay, which is the second worst defense against the slot. I'm pretty sure only P.J. Williams and the Saints are worse. So, the results, they only got, 18 combined points, which isn't great. But, it's 18 points for 8,900 total. No, not even. 7,800 total. So, it's not the worst. They didn't make value, but they allowed me to get up to people like Tyreek Hill. Mark Ingram allowed me to get up to people like Melvin Gordon. Eric Ebron allowed me to just have the best tight end on the slate. And I think Eric Ebron was obviously the difference maker in this lineup. But I don't want to undervalue the fact that Mark Ingram played his role, Maurice Harris played his role, and Tyreek Hill led my team in scoring with 35.7. So I think that another thing that we did kind of well was the fact that we did move up to the Bears, where it's not something I like to do, having the most expensive defense on the slate. On a lot of the only other lineups that I had was with the Rams defense, which I kind of would have rather done, which would have saved me $1,200. But that would have probably got me to move from like Humphreys to MVS, which MVS only had, I think, like 11 points. So it wouldn't have made a huge difference. I'm just telling you what I would have done. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I would have played so-and-so that actually went off. But that's probably what I would have done. And, 183 is an awesome lineup. I put up, I think, 163 in my tournament lineup, just having, I think I went, instead of Andrew Luck and Tyreek Hill, I had Patrick Mahomes and Josh Gordon. I think that's literally the only thing I did different. And I think I had, instead of Bears, I had the Rams D. But pretty much the same lineup. It's just the difference between Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes was like nothing this week. And Tyreek Hill scored 24 more points than Josh Gordon this week. So I'm glad that my best lineup was in cash. I do wish that I had a 183 in tournaments, but it would have only won me so many points because I've been playing so little tournaments overall. I've really been focusing on cash because I've been over 80%, almost 90% win percentage over the last few weeks. Haven't had a losing week in a while. And even this week, like I told my buddy Kyle about this slate, I liked this slate a lot, but I didn't like it as much as I did last week. Last week, I used my entire 100% of my bankroll because I was so confident in my lineup. This week, I liked the slate, but there was a few things that I wasn't positive about, like the Kareem Hunt, about the defenses, about Adam Humphreys. So I only used, I think, 65% of my bankroll for this week, which is still too much, but I'm trying to play more lineups for you guys, so I want to have as much money in the pool as possible. But yeah, guys, 183 this week. If I go down to my sample lineup, remember, guys, I made this on Monday, so a lot of things changed, but my sample lineup, which obviously I didn't stick with by the end of the week, would have put up 147 points. The main differences that happened over the week that I would have changed is the fact that New York Jets, I had them in because if you look at what I wrote about them, I said, is Nathan Peterman coming to town? Insert Jets into lineup. I would have gone with the Rams instead of the Jets because Nathan Peterman wasn't playing. That was the sole reason that I was so high on the Jets at 3,400. So I would have saved 1,000, and all I would have done was moved Mark Ingram in for Ito because he's my favorite value of the week, and which would have made a big difference because I would have added like 5 points here, would have added like 22 points here, so 27 plus 146 is 173. So I would have put up 173 if I just use my example lineup. And so guys, this is why you want to use this article along with this video, is because I give you all this stuff. I give you Melvin Gordon, I give you Andrew Luck, I give you Eric Ebron. That's kind of it, guys. I just wanted to go over how we did last week, show you a little bit, be transparent, let you root along with me, and we're all in this together. We're all trying to make money, and do me a favor, if you got this far, like the video. It really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel. Coming out with another 5 videos next week, and let's keep grinding. Good luck, guys.